Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome to this channel. Y'all see me back here with this hairpiece, which is my head. Y'all see me with my natural hair on my head. Today's makeup is going to consist of how to style a beanie hat, how to style a toque, a beanie hat, whatever you want to call this, with makeup. Cause y'all see, I don't really wear a hairpiece that often in the wintertime because I kind of like to just kind of get up and run in the wintertime. So I don't really wear a hairpiece in the wintertime when I'm outside. When I'm outside, most people think I have a pixie cut on. It's just a beanie. It's just a beanie. It is literally just a beanie and my nappy headed afro underneath the beanie, braided up so I don't have to do nothing with it until wash day, pretty much. So that's basically who I am in the wintertime. Beanie, no weave, no hairpiece, none of that. Absolutely none of that 90% of the time during the winter time, unless I'm doing it for pretty much a hair thing. Then I'll wear the hairpiece. But normally, beanie hat, toque, hair plaited back, hair plaited back, just like that, and I'm out the door. I am out the door. Okay, so let's get to styling this and making a barbecue smoker with the makeup look that we got to get together today. Okay, we got things dropping all over here, but that's all right. That is all right. Let's get the brushes out. Okay, so we're gonna start off with foundations. Foundation, as usual, I will tell you the products after. Um, I will tell you the products after, but the only reason I'm saying it now is because the shades that I use in this, all three of them are different shades. They were just all tagged incorrectly. They were all tagged the same shade of the N4. So in order for me to tell you the shade that I'm using, I would have to get the company to leave the description in the comment section in order to tell you the exact shade, because only the company will know just by looking at the shade that I'm using. But all three shades were tagged DN4 when I made the purchase, and I can only tell by the difference in tone of the foundation that I'm using something completely different. So let's go in and start. I already did all my skincare prep in the shower at around 6 a.m. this morning. I did all my skincare prep in the shower at 6 a.m. this morning. So I'm working off of skincare from in the shower. And now I am blending out the base of the foundation. And as usual, with all things, we need a base, because if you have a table with no legs, the table has nothing to sit on except the ground, right? So who wants a barbecue smoker with no legs that they have to sit on the ground with the barbecue smoker and get their clothes dirty? Who wants to do that to get their clothes dirty? Not me. I want my clothes to stay clean because I want to go to the family cookout looking clean, not looking dirty like I've been in the smoker at the same time as well. I don't want to be looking like I've been in the smoker, but yet I didn't really get dressed to go in the smoker. I want to look like I went to the family barbecue and didn't get smoked by the smoker. So we're going to go in with concealer in order to build the bottom part of the smoker, which is what protects the elements from burning up. So I'm going in with this concealer to protect the elements from burning up. Now that we have our legs, now I'm going in with that part of the barbecue smoker. And I'm going in with this. This is a foundation brush, but once again, it's too small for my face. It is too small for my face. It is too small for my face. So I use it as a concealer brush. Okay, so that is it for the liquid portion of the makeup. And that means that the base is ready. Everything is sturdy because we had no lines, no creases, no nothing. Nothing is moving in the smoker. Everything is steady. It basically what it depends on for the customer who buys the smoker is the ground that you lay the smoker on. Is it even or is it uneven? Anyway, so to prevent that, we're going in with this full face palette right here. We're going in with this full face palette, and I'm going to go in with this bronzer right here. I can't tell because the name has been rubbed off. The name has been rubbed off from the palette, so, but I'm still going to use it anyway because the product is still good. The product is still good, so I'm still going to use the palette, and I'm going to set my under eye with that. Now I'm not going to set the rest of my skin. I am not going to set the rest of my skin with it. I am just going to set my under eye with it, and everything else will be the powder. So I'm going to go in with this powder right here, and I'm going to set the rest of my skin with that in where I place the concealer. Okay, now I'm going in with the setting powder in the palette, and I'm setting my full face with the setting powder. Okay, so I've now set my full face with the setting powder, but right now we can tell it's a little powdery, so I'm going back in with what's left on my foundation brush, and I'm going to blend out that powder look. I am going to blend out that powder look. Okay, so now that I've blended out the powder look, we're going to go back in the very same palette and I'm going to grab the blush because I want the smoker to be able to smoke the meat to the point where it has a little bit of color, but the meat can still be cooked with a little bit of color oozing out of the meat from being cooked in the smoker. So I'm going to go in with these two. I'm going to use this blush and I'm going to use this as a topper blush without going in with a highlighter. Basically, yeah, what I want is the meat to have a bit of caramelization. So I'm going to use this part of the blush in order to get the meat to have a little bit of a caramelization effect to it by adding sugar. Yes, adding sugar to give it that caramelization effect. Okay, and now that we've done that, once again, looking a little bit powdery. I don't want it to look so powdery. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to brush a little bit of oil on that sugar in order to make sure that that doesn't look so powdery. It looks caramelized. Okay, and that is pretty much the smoker itself. And now we've tested the meat in the smoker to make sure that it's safe to go out to market in order to sell. Okay, all right, so now we're going to go into the eyeshadow palette and we're going to make equipment that can work with that smoker with the eyeshadow palette. So I've used these three shades before in this palette. I have, but we want to make sure that the equipment that we're making is made out of similar materials. So yes, it's okay sometimes to use similar materials to make different products. It is okay to do that, but you go in a different order because you want it to be stronger for the job that it's being made to do. So I'm going to go in with the center shade first, and I'm going to go over the lid with all of that with the blending brush, and I'm pulling my mirror in closer so that I can get a better quality look out of the shadow placement. Okay, so once again, I'm going in the second shade in the palette. And that is pretty much what I want. Okay, now I'm going to go in the third shade in the palette and I'm going to go in with it in my crease area. So I'm going to go in the third shade, same row, third shade, same row, same blending brush, and I'm going to take it in my crease area. And that is a sign that tells you the smoker and the equipment that it's made for is working, but there's a problem because it's getting too hot, which means what? Turn down the temperature of the smoker. Turn the temperature of the smoker. Leave the equipment in the smoker. Test the cool down time of the equipment in order to make sure that the smoker and the equipment can be washed and reused again. I've done that with my oven by putting a pizza pan or a cookie sheet in the oven with soap and water in order to get the burn marks off of the cookie pan. I've done that, and I've been able to save a cookie pan from going in the garbage based off of the material that it was made with. But not all cookie pans can go through that process, not even more than one time. The material might be thicker with the cookie pan, but it doesn't mean that the thicker the quality, that the same process to get it clean is gonna work. It does not mean that at all, because only certain qualities can handle heat in order to become clean. Okay, so now that I've done that, I'm gonna go in with the top shade right here, and I'm going to blend both shades together with the top shade. So I'm going to take it in the center of both shades, and now I have created 3 areas of separation using 3 eyeshadows. And with that, that eyeshadow look is complete, and you're able to see the difference between the left and the right eye. And yes, I may look like the Walking Dead character. At least I can step into another role using the same makeup look. I can step into another role using the exact same makeup look. Okay, so now I need to create a lip. I need to create a lip, and I'm gonna go in over here in the shimmer part of the palette in order to create the lip. So I'm using this second one, dipping my fingers into it. And as you can see, from the highlight to the eyeshadow to the lips, the looks absolutely meet. The looks meet. And that, my folks, is the actual completion of the entire look itself. We've created a smoker. We have smoked the meat, testing the smoker, and we've also created equipment to go in the smoker to be able to make sure that the smoker is usable in the right way in order to get the best smoke out of the meat. Okay, so let's go over the products that we used in order to get this look and to create. And yes, I'm sure that once I put on a hairpiece, the look will look much different, but we're using the hat today. We're using the toque, we're using the hat because we're going out, we're staying warm, we're staying warm, and you know, we're gonna use what we got. We're gonna use what we got. Anyways, I went in with this. I've already explained the shade situation with this product. So the company will be leaving shade in the comment section to let y'all know which shade that I used today. Today I used the Physicians Formula, the Healthy Foundation Brightening Complex Foundation. Once again, the company will leave the actual shade in the description box. For a full face setting powder, I used this from Physicians Formula, the Butter Dream Team Face Palette, and I used pretty much all the shades that is in this palette to set the foundation and the concealer. Okay, and then finally we went in with eyes, and I used this eyes and lips, and I used this. This is the Beauty Icon eyeshadow palette. I used these 3 rows again and came up with a completely different look, and I used this eyeshadow in order to create the lip look itself. So, with that being said, that is it for this video. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Thank you all so much for watching. Please don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe to this channel for more videos like this, and I will see you all in another one. Once again, thank you all so much. Please don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in another video. Bye.